So, as like any other story, there had to be inside people. The first person was his partner, which was Dr. Nandipa, and the second people, it were correctional services. As 3 guys right now has been suspended. Those were working in the correctional services of Mangaung Correctional Services, Mangaung Correctional Services. So this is how the plan went by. Obviously, they had to bring a body. So this body, guys, they didn't get it from the prison. They didn't get it from the cell. I think that was a wise idea not to get the body from the cell or from the service, the correctional service, the whole prison. But there was a vehicle. They suspect, the correctional service committee suspect that there was a vehicle that got in which this vehicle carried the body. Now, this is where it went, can I say wrong or right? The vehicle didn't get through the pass gate, didn't get through the main gate, but it managed to get in via some gate in which we don't know how it got in. So now this is presumed that the vehicle carried the body that was later found burnt. Now the plan was to burn the body, burn the mattress, the whole cell, make it like Bester committed suicide. I think this is where Dr. Nadepa got in. Dr. Nadepa, I think he found a dead body. Obviously, he's the doctor that was working with Thabo Bester. She's the one that managed to do the body part. Now let's get into the second option, or let's get into the second thing. Now the second thing, obviously, there had to be guardians, there had to be wardens. So the wardens, I think that is them that they allowed the vehicle to get in, because also the cell, we have to talk about the cell. The cell, I think, where Thabo Bester was placed in, it was near the exit gate. So which means it was near the exit gate where you can exit the prison. Because if you're going to place Bester to get that is far, there'll be a lot of eyes. And it's going to be difficult to bribe those eyes. So definitely they had to place him near in which when they bend the body, or even when they insert the body inside, Bester quickly escape. We don't know how, but quickly escape into the vehicle. Then, The third thing is the correctional service commissioner tried there. He went to the G4S to try and find the footages, because footages are also important. You cannot have a correctional service, especially without the footages. He went and tried to retrieve the footages, but he found out that the footages were tampered with, in which he cannot get. That is how I think he found out, no, there was a vehicle that managed to get in without getting in, not in the front gate, but getting inside the correctional service. The footages got tampered. G4S didn't want to cooperate. They were insisting that no, Bester died or Bester passed away, in that is the body of Bester. But the investigators, what they're investigating, obviously they found out no, this is not the body of Bester. But G4S was insisting. That is why right now they are not even invited. They have taken their contract. They are not no longer controlling them. They are not. The commission didn't renew their contract to control the Mangaung Correctional Services, or Correctional Prison. Now the fourth thing, obviously, guys, other people like relatives. So, guys, Bester's mom, she kind of like cooperated, but didn't cooperate at the same time, because she was insisting that the boy that was burned, it was her son. Second thing is, obviously DNA, guys, the DNA was not matching. That is how even the investigators found out that no, the DNA is wrong. It's not even matching. So obviously this gives, like, you cannot give a birth to a man. You cannot give a birth to a child in which, guys, your DNA is not matching. I know, guys, some of you cannot say that happened, but yeah, I know that happened. But guys, this is 1 in a billion or 1 in 1,000 in those chances. But we found out that no, the DNA is not even close matching. So that is how I can say the plan got scrutinized. Fifth thing, Now, because there will always be greedy people, that is where I think the wardens allegedly, after 3 months Pastor escaped, that is where they bought, I think, the GTIs, which means there was good money there involved. So, you know, guys, everything, when there's a plan, guys, there's always be that people. You cannot buy GTIs especially after 3 months. Make it like you were working your ass off to get that, like, to get that thing. But because, guys, in each and every story, it might be highs, might be anything, there's always be one people in which that is where they're gonna just be greedy. You see, guys, the thing is about being greedy. So that is how right now we're looking for Besta. G4S is no longer in charge. The parliament doesn't want to involve even a little part of G4S. They're not allowed in a meeting because in the first place they didn't want to cooperate. In the first place they were not going with the whole process. But I can say this is the whole story. I'll catch you guys in part 5. In part 5, we'll be explaining one of the best escape stories ever. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I had to go to another class because they took mine. So because I'm not, yeah guys, catch you in the next video here. Yeah.